These are 12 cruise hacks the industry hopes you never learn. Hack number 1, never prepay gratuities, but don't skip them either. Cruise lines love prepaid gratuities because the moment you pay, your leverage disappears. You haven't met your cabin steward, you don't know if your waiter will forget your drink order every night, and yet the money is already gone. The smarter move? Opt out of prepaid tips at booking and handle gratuities yourself on board. But here's where most advice gets this wrong. Don't remove automatic gratuities entirely. Those pooled tips cover invisible crew, the kitchen staff, the laundry workers, the people you never see but whose work defines your experience. The real system that works? Keep the automatic daily gratuity to support the whole team, then carry small bills for standout individuals. Hand your cabin steward $20 on day 1. That single gesture sets the tone for the entire week, and the crew knows exactly what it means. You get better service. They get properly recognized. Everyone wins except the cruise line's assumption that you won't bother. Hack number 2, the drink package math they're hoping you skip. Unlimited drinks sound like pure freedom. Here's what that freedom actually costs. Most packages run $65 to $100 per person per day. And on most cruise lines, if one adult in your cabin buys it, both adults must buy it, even if one of you barely drinks. To break even at $70 per day, you need roughly 7 cocktails daily, every single day. If that sounds like a vacation to you, buy the package. If it sounds like a chore, don't. The smarter play: check your cruise line's app after booking and watch for pre-cruise flash sales. Packages frequently drop 20 to 30% in the weeks before departure, and the cruise line will not alert you. Set a reminder to check weekly. Also, look for onboard happy hours, typically listed in the daily schedule between 4 and 6 p.m., where 2-for-1 pricing quietly cuts your bar tab in half without the upfront commitment. Hack number 3, your cruise card is watching you. Use it back. That card in your pocket isn't just opening doors and tracking charges, it's feeding a behavioral profile. The ship's system logs where you go, how long you linger near shops, and which bars you visit. That targeted spa discount that appeared on your cabin TV? Not a coincidence. You walked past the spa 3 times yesterday. Here's how to flip this. Wait 2 days before buying any onboard packages. The system identifies you as a non-converter and often generates a lower targeted offer for the same drink package or dining upgrade sent directly to your cabin TV or app. Patience pays. More importantly, use the tracking for your benefit. Check your folio daily through the ship's app or cabin TV. Billing errors are more common than cruise lines admit. Catching a wrongly charged cocktail on day 2 takes 30 seconds. Disputing it on the last night takes an hour in line at guest services and a lot of stress. Hack number 4, the cabin location secret they'll never volunteer. The cruise line will happily let you book the cabin directly above the nightclub or below the pool deck, where chairs start scraping at 5 a.m. They won't mention it. That's on you to figure out. Before booking, pull up the ship's deck plan and treat it like a map of danger zones. Avoid anything directly beneath the pool deck, above a theater or nightclub, adjacent to elevators, or near crew service corridors where carts roll through at all hours. Aft cabins often come with engine vibration. Some find it soothing, others never sleep. The gold standard: a cabin sandwiched between 2 full passenger decks, midship. No public spaces above or below, minimal foot traffic, and the least motion on the water. If you're unsure, call the cruise line directly and ask which decks are quietest on that specific ship. They won't offer this information unprompted, but if you ask, they'll usually tell you. That one phone call might save your entire vacation. Hack number 5, skip the embarkation buffet. Here's what to do instead. Every embarkation day, thousands of passengers charge straight to the buffet. The cruise line designed it this way. It's crowd management disguised as hospitality. The food has been sitting under heat lamps for hours, the tables are chaotic, and you're eating standing up next to someone who's been traveling since 4 a.m. Do this instead. Drop your carry-on in your cabin, open the cruise app, and check what dining venues are open besides the buffet. Most ships quietly run a sit-down lunch service in the main dining room on embarkation day with made-to-order food and actual table service. Smaller poolside grills and pizza stations also tend to stay uncrowded because nobody thinks to look. You'll start your cruise with a real meal, a calm seat, and zero stress, while the buffet crowd fights over the last bread roll. Hack number 6, specialty dining without the specialty price. Every ship has that steakhouse with white tablecloths and a $50 per person cover. Most passengers pay it without asking a single question. Here's what they don't know. First, specialty restaurants are frequently half empty by day 3 or 4. When they are, the pricing quietly softens. Walk up to the reservation desk mid-voyage and ask directly, "Are there any unadvertised dining deals tonight?" You'll be surprised how often the answer is 30 to 50% off, sometimes with a complimentary bottle of wine, just to fill tables. Second, most specialty venues serve an identical quality lunch menu at a fraction of the dinner price. Same kitchen, same chefs, smaller crowd, no formal attire required. If the dinner price feels steep, show up for lunch. Hack number 7. The photo package has a secret discount window. The ship photographers are everywhere, at embarkation, formal night, and the gangway at every port. Individual prints run $20 to $30. The unlimited digital package pushes $200 or more. Most passengers either buy early at full price or skip it entirely. The move: do neither. Wait until the final sea day, then walk into the photo gallery after 4 p.m. and ask what end-of-cruise deals are available. With unsold inventory and sales targets to hit, photo teams routinely discount packages 30 to 50% on the last day. They won't announce this. They're trained to push full-price packages early, but a discounted sale still counts toward their numbers, and they'd rather sell something than archive thousands of photos. Worst case, you pay the same price you would have on day 1. Best case, you save a significant amount on memories you actually want. Hack number 8. Shore excursions, the middleman markup. Cruise lines sell official shore excursions with 2 compelling promises: safety and the guarantee that the ship waits if you're late returning. What they don't tell you is that most of those excursions are outsourced to the same local operators you can book directly, often for 30 to 50% less. The cruise line is a middleman taking a commission. That $120 island tour might be $65 through the same guide, sometimes literally the same van. The smart approach? Research operators independently before sailing, book small group or private tours, and confirm a return time at least 2 hours before all aboard. Reputable local guides offer return guarantees because their livelihood depends on reviews, the same protection the cruise line is charging you a premium to provide. Hack number 9. The luggage tag failure that ruins day 1. Those paper luggage tags the cruise line asks you to print and attach? They're designed for convenience, not durability. By the time your bag survives the terminal, the transfer bus, and the port handling system, there's a real chance that the tag is gone, and your suitcase is now on a scenic tour of the wrong deck. Fix this before you leave home. Invest a few dollars in reusable plastic luggage tag holders made for cruise tags. They're waterproof, tear-proof, and available everywhere online. Then take one extra step. Write your name and cabin number on a piece of paper and seal it inside your suitcase. If the outer tag fails completely, the crew can still identify and deliver your bag. It takes 30 seconds and has saved countless embarkation days. Hack number 10. The fastest way off the ship. It's not the earliest. Everyone rushes to disembark first. They're up at 6 a.m., bags packed, crowding the elevators, waiting in lines that back up through 3 decks. There is no prize for being first. There is, however, a significant reward for being last. If your flight home isn't until the afternoon, stay on the ship. Have a relaxed breakfast. Enjoy one final coffee on your balcony. By the time you walk off, the lines are gone, the luggage haul is clear, and your bag is easy to spot. Customs are faster. The taxi line is shorter. The cruise line wants everyone off quickly to begin turnaround. That's their timeline, not yours. Use every minute of the vacation you paid for. Hack number 11. The complaint that actually gets results. Most passenger complaints go nowhere, not because the cruise line doesn't care, but because of how complaints are delivered. A vague verbal comment to your cabin steward almost never gets logged. Even a guest services visit can disappear into a system without follow-up. Complaints that generate real responses follow a specific structure. Put it in writing. Use the ship's app, email, or a written note submitted to guest services. Be specific. Include the date, time, location, and exactly what happened. State clearly what resolution you're looking for. Vague complaints get token gestures. Specific complaints with documented details get real responses. If the first response doesn't satisfy you, escalate, politely but firmly, to the hotel director. Before leaving the ship, submit a follow-up through the post-cruise survey. Complaints documented and submitted before disembarkation carry far more weight than emails sent weeks later. Hack number 12. Future cruise credits. Read before you accept. When something goes wrong, a canceled port, a missed excursion, or a service failure, cruise lines often offer a future cruise credit as compensation. It sounds generous. It frequently isn't. These credits routinely come with short expiration windows, blackout dates, restrictions on which sailings qualify, and rules that prevent combining them with promotions. You end up effectively paying full price for a trip while using a credit that barely moves the needle. Before accepting any future credit, ask 2 questions. Can I have onboard credit instead? Can I have a partial cash refund? Onboard credit is immediately useful on your current sailing. Cash is cash. If they insist on a future credit, get the full terms in writing, expiration date, blackout periods, and combinability with promotions before you accept anything. The credit is not a gift. It's a tool designed to ensure your next booking goes to the same cruise line. Know what you're accepting before you say yes. Every one of these hacks comes down to the same thing: understanding how the ship actually operates versus how it presents itself. The cruise industry is built on passengers doing things the default way, buying packages early, eating where the crowds go, and accepting whatever compensation gets offered.